Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to a very urgent news report from SOLMI HQ. Here we are in the SOLMI library doing some research.
And we're here tonight to discuss the events unfolding in our friends south of the border. In Peru, you may have heard about it, there was a meteor crash. And it's not just any ordinary object from space.
Nay, it was not. Many people are getting sick now. You might say to yourselves what we said to ourselves is, holy there's gonna be zombies.
Right, exactly. I mean, what else could happen when a meteor crashes to the earth? And then you find out that people are experiencing overwhelming nausea, vomiting, dizziness. Some cattle died. They say they died. I'm sure they've already transformed or are bound to in the next 24 hours, which is the most critical period, which is why this news break couldn't wait.
Right. So before, we hope to get this out before the zombie hordes and the zombie armies march against our capital.
Right, and cross the Gulf of Atlantic. We will always ensure our survival, so if we can do anything to impart some of our wisdom to you, that's our goal here tonight. So I suppose we ought to carry on. Time is pressing.
Now, one of your first instincts may be to search out family members, friends, anyone that you care about to see if that they're okay. I can't stress this enough, this is the most horrible idea to have.
Absolutely. In times such as these, you really have to just disregard any feelings of attachment and really just think in terms of every man, woman, and child for themselves.
I mean, exactly. Zombies have no sense of camaraderie, nor do they care about anyone else but themselves and brains or something.
You can't be concerned with things like love or relationships or friendships. You really just have to take your own safety into your own hands.
You can look at other people and say, well, these people help me in my survival, or they be a hindrance. If they're a hindrance, you can mercy kill, which we'll go into later, or you can discard.
That's really...
Or you can use them.
I wouldn't say that. What? I mean, just they do their thing and you do yours. And
no, you make snap judgments in this most horrid of time.
So do you think, if you hear somebody saying that they're going to go around and just kill people at random, that maybe you should...
Kill them.
Okay. Good advice. If you really want to help somebody survive, send them a link to our show. We've got all the best survival tips available here. Brian has played hours of Dead Rising, and I watched, so I know a lot too.
Let's talk a little bit about your environment for a second, shall we? Let's assume that you've already met up with another band of people that have survived the horrors of the post-apocalyptic zombie attacks so far, and you've had a bit of a falling out. You're about to make your big speech about how all of you guys are holding me back, and now I'm going to leave you all to fend for my own. Never make this speech that you're about to give in front of a huge window, because the zombies will most assuredly crash through, grab you, and then rip you to pieces.
A good thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you're never alone. A classic mistake is thinking, oh, I'll be fine, I'm just going downstairs for a little bit, it's no big deal, and not taking a buddy with you. The next thing you know, you're dead, eaten alive, and there's no buddy to run back to the other group of survivors and say, hey, there's some zombies downstairs, don't make the same mistake she did. So it's just always good to keep the pair system in mind, like they used to tell you as a kid. You just want to be sure that you never go anywhere alone. Brian, do you want to come do your part?
Okay, now you're probably going to be wondering where you should hole up while this whole thing is happening. Some pros of living near a city would be an easy access to supplies. You can probably find other survivors, and you'll have a better idea of what exactly is going on and how bad the situation is.
There's also some obvious cons to living in a city area. Generally, that is going to be the first place that the military is going to destroy completely. It's kind of like the whole bomb the village to save the village. you could get eaten by the countless vagrants that are wandering the street if you do have to descend to get supplies.
So if you choose to live in a city environment, by all means try to get as high as you can.
Exactly. The roof if possible. I don't think zombies know how to use stairs. As we all know, it's best in times of emergencies to take the stairs as opposed to the elevator, just in case the power goes out or something like that. You know what? It. Do whatever you want. I'll be dead anyways.
Let's talk about transportation for a second, shall we? Now, there might become a time in your fight for survival where you feel that the place you're living in is too infested with zombies to continue staying there. Now, what you're going to want to do is probably choose a car. You're going to want to learn how to hotwire, which you can do on your own time here, but you should probably make it quick. Google search it while we still have electric power. I'm sure you can find some sort of site to help you learn how to hotwire a car. Now, let's talk about choosing a car. Over here we have this car, right here. Now this is going to be a bad mistake to choose this kind of car. Why? Because it's small, it's compact. You won't be able to fit a lot of people in there. You're going to want to at least fit 4 women in there minimum to continue on the human race. We got a tail light. You're going to need as much light as you can. It's a small car. Zombies will be able to come upon it and overturn it easily. Now I understand you won't have enough time to build a anti-zombie transportation tank unit like some movies have shown, but you will be able to at least choose the biggest car available to you. That would be your best choice. Come over here, shall we? Okay, now what we have here is a prime example of the type of transportation that you're going to want to go for. We have a huge old van here. No one's going to miss it. They're probably turned into zombies anyway at this point. I'm thinking you could probably mount a few machine guns in front, probably have a few bludgeoning type of weaponry in the back here, maybe a chainsaw or a bat that people in the rear of the vehicle can defend themselves with. This is just a great example of the type of transportation that you're going to need.
Well, that's all we've got for you for today.
Yeah, I hope you heed our words carefully and take everything that we've offered up as advice to heart today.
Exactly, and stay safe, America. We'll be in touch and keep you posted as developments unfold.